lost their first 9 games of the year, and since then,
test 1, 2. Oops, we gotta turn that.
They've won 7 of 8.
Test. Really?
Yeah. Wow.
Well, you know, COVID, you never know who was there and who was healthy.
I know, and these guys don't have a lot of players.
Welcome to CBTSport.net Game of the Week. Bringing you high school, college, amateur, semi-pro, and professional sports video from right here in Central Vermont. Over a decade of local Central Vermont sports video action. Get ready, because it's time for the CBTSport.net Game of the Week.
My daddy made this. Daddy!
From the Civic Center here in Montpelier, Vermont, it is high school Division II girls hockey on CBTSport.net. Today is Senior Day, and we're going to be joining this senior ceremony in progress. We'll see if we can take a look as to what seniors and who is going to be announced. So we'll keep you updated, and we're going to check in right now. Tova Williams, defenseman for U-32. Again, that was Tova Williams, one of 7 seniors for U-32. And that's Sam Sicily. They'll be, of course, on the first line starting today for the Raiders. McDonald. Defenseman for U-32. Forward for the Raiders. Leno, another forward for the Raiders. Last but not least for the Raiders. And I believe that concludes the senior ceremony for the U-32 Raiders, who are honoring 7 seniors today on the last day of the regular season for the Raiders and the Rice Green Knights. And looks like we're going to bypass the introductions and just go straight to the national anthem, as both players or both teams are lining up on the blue line. So once we do that, we will have high school girls hockey for you. Once again, it's the last day of the regular season between the Raiders and the Green Knights. U-32 coming into this game, they're 11-7, third in Division II, and for the Green Knights, they are 7-10, sixth in Division II. As you see the seniors taking a senior photo with all the parents in the background. I'm Quentin Pelzel. We'll be joined alongside Jessie Hill in just a little bit. I think she was downstairs getting some pictures for the seniors as well. But producer is Carl Parton, and on the camera is Sammy Tucker, getting you set for Division II girls hockey from the Civic Center. I'm Quentin Pelzel, and do have the starting lineups for the Green Knights. They're going to start with Emma Scharschmidt. She'll be anchoring the first line. And then Caroline Banks, Madeline Rugg also along the first line, and then First defensive pair out is going to be Becky Penny and then Finley Strong. And then in net for the Green Knights is going to be Lindsay Taylor. So we will have the national anthem for you, and when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for the Raiders and then the puck drop in center ice. And how about that, as one of the seniors, Tia Leno, she was honored today for being a senior, and she got to sing the national anthem just like she's done for the majority of the games that the U-32 Raiders have played here at home at the Civic Center. Great rendition of that as we get set to go. And for the Raiders, in net for them will be Jen Clayton. She's a junior. And then on the first line will be Caitlin Fielder. She'll be in the center along with Morgan Ribellini and Allie Guthrie. And then Grace Lagerstedt and Alyssa Frazier, the two defensemen starting for the U-32 Raiders. And as I conclude that, I want to welcome in Jesse Hill, who will join me for the broadcast. Said that you were downstairs getting some cameras done. How did that go?
So good. So yeah, thanks. Sorry for the delay. Old habits die hard, and I tend to take a lot of photographs of lots of U-32 hockey. And this year's photographer is also a senior mom. Allie Guthrie's mom was on the ice there taking pictures too. So now we are all set. Tanya's all good to go. So thanks.
Yeah, and now we're ready to go for some hockey from the Civic Center. Got some fans in the stands as well looking on to this senior day. Very special day for these seniors at U-32.
Yeah, very exciting. We've got, and I left my program, so I'll get it. I can borrow yours maybe just for a second, too.
No problem.
We've got, the great news about this team is that it's Montpelier and U-32 players. So we've got some seniors from both schools out here represented under the U-32 banner.
Looks like the U-32 Raiders going to go with an all-senior first line to start. And that shot is flipped on net, saved by Clayton. And that's the first shot of the game that goes to Rice. So that's kind of a nice gesture by the Raiders.
I think we'll see the rest of the senior class here swapped out at some point. They have 7, so it's more than a single line. Coach Dan joked about putting Allie Guthrie in net just to take the first puck drop, but clearly that didn't happen.
No.
She played a little in her youth hockey days.
I think the Raiders would rather have her being a forward and trying to score a goal, just like she has done all season long for the Raiders. Done a fantastic job as the puck is now behind the net as Rice does have it. That's Finley Strong, one of the defensemen, flipped down in front of the net and saved by Clayton.
That was a dangerous bounce right there.
Nice job by Katie Craig to keep it in the zone.
Great fact too, Emma Scharschmidt, who plays for Rice now, played her youth hockey days here in this rink for CBSA as well. So neat for these guys all to be back together on the ice tonight.
Yeah, and Frazier down to the corner. Talking about how many players and how many seniors the Raiders have. Rice does not have that many players at all going right now. I mean, you can just take a look for the national anthem if you're looking at home. players lined up on the blue line. U-32 had probably double
Yeah.
what Rice had.
They've got a big bench. I did hear downstairs in the lobby that maybe Rice has a couple kids out of town this week. So unfortunate just for, the end of the season, but it is school break, so I'm sure that they will come up with some surprises here. I don't think they have a huge team to begin with.
No, their roster, just looking at the program, it's, I would say, 5-6 players less than what the Raiders have at full strength. So certainly the numbers are a little scarce at Rice compared to U-32.
Yeah.
And now it's Frazier with a slap shot, is going to be wide of the net, goes all the way to the back. Lindsay Taylor in net for Rice as the Green Knights. They are 7-10, second matchup of the season between these two teams. First matchup was, you got to go all the way back to December 22nd at Rice, and U-32 won that game 4-3. So very close game. I'm sure we'll see another close game here from the Civic Center.
Yeah, I remember it was one of the last games we were able to go to in person before a COVID break in attendees and attendee policies for schools. So it was a very good game.
And as that puck is taken over the blue line, we have a stoppage of play. Looks like an offsides call will be taken in the neutral zone.
We had quite a spirited game here Monday night. You may have already talked about it between Hartford and U-32. We've been here so many days as of late with these makeup games that it's easy to forget what day we're doing here today.
No, that was another tough one. The Raiders just haven't been able to beat Hartford, and not a lot of teams have been able to beat Hartford this year. They're second in Division II, only behind Woodstock, who they haven't lost a game yet. They're 18-0.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Really is a incredible season that Woodstock has had. And if you remember a couple weeks ago, the Raiders played Woodstock here at home, and that game went into overtime.
Yeah.
Very easily could have went the way of the Raiders, but Woodstock prevails, and it's a big win for Woodstock. And now it looks like as we head to the playoffs, Woodstock will be that first seed, I think, without a doubt. And then really this next game will determine where the Raiders sit. Right now they're third in Division II.
Yeah, everyone is patiently awaiting the playoff announcements that'll probably happen tomorrow morning. These last games being played all over the state will make a difference on that, potentially.
And I don't even know how many teams make the playoffs, how many teams will have a bye. I just don't know the format.
Yeah, so they've changed it up a bit this year. They're just back to 2 divisions, which makes it much easier. Last year they had 3 somethings, and then they would get dumped into 2 divisions, so it made the math tricky. This time I believe there are 10 teams in Division 2. So we're all speculating. Do 1 and 2 get the bye, and then there are play downs at the bottom to get to quarters?
Right.
We'll know pretty soon here.
Now Frazier 1-on-1, and that one is deflected by Becky Penny. Goes all the way to the corner. U-32 does have possession of it. I believe that is Caitlin Fielder. Dumps it off to Lagerstedt, then gets it taken away, and now here comes Rice back the other way. That was Caroline Banks, number 12. Who had it, then went across the blue line, and we have another offsides call with 11:34 to go in the first period.
I think the thing that's always exciting about the playoffs are those games that were close. In the end, it's sort of a blank slate, and you're just back to 1 win at a time.
Yeah.
And I think the Hartford U-32 game was a great matchup, but not as close as the Woodstock overtime game, of course, but really anything can happen at this point in the season.
Right, and if you're Woodstock or Hartford, you can't go off of the regular season because you all got to wipe that away. It doesn't really matter. It's all about that one game. Of course, that mantra has been around for a while, but anything can happen once the playoffs start, especially in high school. So
definitely
keeps these teams in it as that puck is dumped to the far end of the ice. Alexandria Piquel fighting with Rice, and now picked up by Guthrie. Guthrie all the way to the net, and coming out to save it was the goalie, Lindsay Taylor. Yeah, very close as she was trying to get a goal on senior day. Wouldn't that be nice? Nice cap off to her career.
Absolutely.
Rice has possession. It's Grace Ningolian into the corner, fighting with Ribellini, and now taken away by Emma Scharschmidt, who you just talked about, played her youth hockey.
Yes.
Here for CVSA.
Yeah, she's a great player, lots of good energy. She's definitely been a force on this Rice team this season.
Over to get it now is Gabrielle Cruikshank. She puts a nice move on a Rice defender and tries to get it up to Fielder, but that's taken away by Becky Penny. Penny trying to get it up, but it's intercepted by Frazier. Frazier in the short corner up to the center, and that one is played out. Frazier trying to center that pass. And here she goes again.
Oh, off the post.
You can hear that ding from here. Fielder with it into the corner. Lagerstadt wrestling with Finley Strong. Strong comes out with it. Tries to get out of the zone, which she does. And here comes Rice. Craig to the net, saved by Clayton.
Nice glove grab there for Jen right at the end. Don't leave any loose pucks now hanging around.
Katie Craig had a wide open path towards the net, but it was saved by Clayton. She's been a fantastic goalie for U-32 all season long. Face off won by Rice. Taken in the back. And that one is flung up, tried to go upstairs, but saved by Clayton. Puck is still out, and it nearly
just inches
went into the back of the net, but it actually slides off of the post and goes to the boards. Rice nearly made it 1-0.
That felt like really slow motion as we were watching that puck just go wide.
Strong shot it from the blue line, went upstairs on Clayton, and she couldn't bring it down. There was a rebound in front of the net, and Rice almost, just nearly made it 1-0. And now Rice again into the zone, flung onto the net. It actually goes wide, over behind it. Lagerstadt to the boards. And here's Banks to the center, and it deflects off of Raiders' skate and into the back of the net for a goal.
Oh, there's a pile up there. Looks like everyone's all right, just celebratory. There were a lot of high sticks in the air, so I was watching that. And then the puck goes in.
Wonder if we can see the replay back at home. I believe that hit the Raiders' skate.
Just a really well-placed shot and an unfortunate bounce for U-32.
Just a lot of bodies out in front of that net, and so hard to see who deflected the puck and where it went off of, but it is 1-0 Rice regardless. And we'll get confirmation on the score at the end of the first period, but right now it's 1-0, and the Raiders coming into this game, third in Division II, looking to get a win on Senior Day, but Rice throwing the first punch. Now down into the corner. U-32 takes possession, but it's taken away by Rice. They had fresh skaters out there. And that was Katie Craig who got it taken away by Fielder. Fielder gets it up, nice pass over to Frazier. Frazier battling with Craig, and she's taken down.
That really was over the top.
Lost her stick, she's got to go get it, and got a whistle and a stop in the action with 7:23 to go in the first period. 1-0 Rice.
Great to see a busy audience here in the stands. When I was out taking pictures earlier, I could see about 8 people, and now everyone's here. So I think these early weekday games just get a little bit of a slow start on traffic.
Yeah, I think people are getting out of work and just trying to hustle over to the Civic Center. But yeah, decent amount of fans in the stands as we have another whistle.
We had a packed house here on Saturday night for Pink the Rink between Stowe Raiders and the Hartford Hurricanes. This place was mobbed, and
Wow.
I'm pleased to say we raised $3,099 so far, and folks that are interested in donating, we'll talk a little bit more about it later.
That is amazing.
It was so great. Stowe had their pink jerseys on. There was pink everywhere. It was just really great to have people here and celebrating this with us.
And it's so nice just to see everybody participating in it, even from the other team, home team, away team, all the fans, all the players getting involved. Just a great cause as well. As that one is covered up by Taylor. Katie Craig and Ribellini, as Ribellini wins the face-off. Guthrie comes in, flips it to the center, and Ribellini on net, saved by Taylor.
They were looking for that rebound as well, but the goalie did a great job to cover.
A-plus opportunity for the Raiders as they showed off some exquisite passing there. Just couldn't convert. Now the Raiders with another chance. Ribellini on net, saved by Taylor, goes down to get it, and she does, and we have a hit after the whistle.
That doesn't happen in ladies hockey quite so much, but tonight I think there'll be a penalty called.
See what it is, and if there is one, as Ribellini went down. There'll be whole line changes as fresh skaters are out there, but I don't think a penalty will be assessed here.
Interesting.
Saw Ribellini go down. I don't know who hit her, but that was clearly after the whistle. Maybe the referee just ruled it incidental contact.
Perhaps. I think they'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully it's just one off. If too many of those things start happening, things get ugly really quickly, as we saw the last time you and I were here.
Right, yeah. that got ugly very, very quickly. Something that I've never seen before in high school hockey, but that was definitely bizarre.
Such a great shot for Alyssa there, just misses. U-32 will need to clear out of the zone.
And Frazier doesn't really miss a lot of those as it's a turnover, and here comes Rice. One-on-one with the goal, and that is into the back of the net as Caroline Banks beats Clayton to the upper right corner of the net, and it's 2-0 Rice over U-32.
Those breakaways, those are tricky when it's just you and the goalie without any interference there. Great shot by Rice.
Yeah, nothing that Clayton could have done because there was no one else to even contend with Caroline Banks. She had the entire ice to herself. And an experienced goal scorer like Banks is going to put it into the back of the net 9 times out of 10. So 2-0 Rice here in the first period. This is a team on paper that 7-10 compared to 11-7 Raiders. I think that the Raiders would win this game. They won the first game as Guthrie with a slap shot right on net, saved by Taylor.
Wasn't sure she'd go all power move on that one. Sometimes you fake the slap shot and sneak it in, and great opportunity for Allie.
Another really good opportunity for Guthrie. Shunned away by Taylor, who has looked very good in net to start this game. And that one is a nice stick save.
Great shot by Ruby Eaton. We were hoping to get her a birthday goal on Monday, but she didn't have an opportunity. That was a great look tonight.
5 minutes to go in the first period. 2-0 Rice with the lead, and now going for another is Rice, but it's saved by Clayton, and it goes to the boards. That was Katie Craig who put a really nice move on a U-32 defender, but that time Clayton was tall to the task.
U-32 just looking a little bit boxed up right now. If they can spread out and get their feet moving, they might have some different chances. Ooh, that was off the face of a Rice player.
Looks like everyone's okay.
That'd be a pretty sweet shot off your face to your stick to the net.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah.
Rice gets it down over here. And that's played out of the zone by Tegan O'Donnell. Back in. And it's played by Lagerstadt. But this is a Rice team that certainly does not have a lot of players compared to U-32. And then on top of that, there's a lot of players missing for Rice. So thought that maybe they were going to be a little undermanned, but it is 2-0.
They've come out on fire tonight for sure.
See if the Raiders can respond. Cruikshank, slap shot through traffic. Doesn't quite get through. Played in by Peyton Allen. All the way behind the net. Raiders trying to center it. That was Fielder. Now it's back to Cruikshank.
She's got a powerful slap shot there too. I thought she was going to go for another.
Fielder behind the net. Nice defense by Finley Strong as it goes all the way around the boards. Played by Allen, onto the net, saved by Taylor, taken away by Rice. Rice just trying to get it out of the zone, which they do. Here's Banks. She already has a goal. Go to the center. Really nice pass. And that one just... And it's a goal.
Wow.
Back and forth, and it's a 3-spot here for Rice in the first period. That goal coming from Madeline Rugg.
All kinds of stuff happening in front of the net there. The net came off just about the time the puck went in, so I wasn't sure if that would be a goal, but in fact it is.
So 3-0, Rice with the lead. We're still waiting on the first official score of that first goal, but we do know who scored the next two. Caroline Banks and Madeline Rugg. Rugg was just in the right place at the right time, and now here's Craig looking for another, looking to really pour it on U-32 here.
Yeah, big lead early in this first period, or in the game, late in the first period.
I think the fans here are stunned, especially on senior day for the Raiders. Up ahead to Guthrie, goes right through her skate and all the way down to the other end of the ice where it'll be icing with 2 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the first period. 3-0 Rice with the lead.
It'll be good for U-32 to get a break here after this first period, take an intermission, reset, see what's up.
There it does look, they are just a step behind Rice here, and at least to start in this game.
Sometimes these shorter benches, when they come up for a game, they have to go all in 1,000% first period because they get a little bit gassed towards the end. Not saying that'll happen with Rice. If they've been playing with a relatively small team all season, they're probably just used to it. And people underestimate based on the size of their bench, so could be interesting.
See what adjustments are made from both teams as we get set for the end of the first period and head to intermission. Madeline Rugg will take the face-off, but it's won by the Raiders. And Frazier looked like she was going to have a wide open net, but it was taken away by one of the defenders for Rice. So now here come U-32. It's Fielder into the corner, cuts towards the net.
Their passing lately has been really sharp, Fielder to Frazier. Let's see if I can self-will it here.
Frazier back to Lagerstedt, and her pass gets intercepted. Taken away by Finley Strong. And tossed out of the zone. Nice pass off the boards. Trying to get it to Madeline Rugg. But now here comes Guthrie. Flips it to Fielder. Spins around. Still into the zone. And Fielder.
Doing all kinds of circles there.
Fielder very fast with the puck. Same with Frazier as that one is wide of the net. Fielder. Another shot towards the center. Saved by Taylor. And no goal signaled as it'll be covered up. As you see Guthrie with her hands on her helmet.
Some exasperation there. They tried it all. I think the goalie had a few rebounds blocked, and I didn't look like an early whistle by any means. They got plenty of shots off of that rebound, so they just hate, as anyone would, to be behind. So.
And you got to think that all the pressure now goes on U-32, at least early on in this game.
Yep, looking to just decrease their deficit a little bit. Even a single goal here makes a huge difference.
And if you're head coach Larry Smith too, you got to emphasize that there's still plenty of time in this hockey game, but don't get discouraged down by the 3 goals. Because certainly when a lot of things don't go your way, it's very easy to just deflate, as that puck is on net, saved by Taylor.
Yeah, it is super easy to get frustrated. Then you stop doing your good passing, you become an individual in a team sport, and it's just not your best plan. So hopefully they just settle in and let it work itself out.
And for Rice, you can't get too complacent either. Up by 3. Still, it's a pretty healthy lead, but don't want to get too comfortable with it. You want to keep doing what you've been doing to get you to this point, because there's still plenty of time. So we'll see what both teams do.
Should be entertaining for sure.
As we near the final seconds of the first period, 35 seconds to go, as Lagerstad with it, circling around. Now it gets it taken away and out of the zone. It's a race for the puck as Frazier has it. Back into the U-32 Raiders zone. Shot is going to go
just over
the shoulder pad of Taylor. And Rice doing all they can to get it out, which they do. It's Payne Allen into the corner.
Ooh, one ref has his arm up, one calls no icing.
So it's called off in the end. 4 seconds to go. 2 seconds, and that will end the first period. Here at the Civic Center, 3-0. Rice with the lead. We'll get the first goal scored for you, and who scored that? Still don't know. It went off of a Raider skate, I believe. So we'll see who gets credit for that. But the other 2 goals going to Caroline Banks and Madeline Rugg. 12 minutes on the clock for intermission as both teams head to their own locker rooms. And we'll take a quick break here on CVTsport.net. But when we come back, we will have the start of the second period for you. So don't go anywhere. You're listening.
Coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out.
This game is made possible by the Barry Montpelier Times-Argus, www.timesargus.com, with award-winning sports and news journalists located on 47 North Main Street, Suite 200 in Barry, Vermont. You can reach them at 479-0191. The Barry Montpelier Times-Argus is real local news that matters to Central Vermonters. Central Vermont's newspaper of record. That's www.timesargus.com.
Mark and I worked at Barrytown Elementary School when we were in college. We're both very family-oriented and community-driven.
Barry has a special place in our heart, obviously being our hometown.
When I met Mark and Ruben, they were college grads. 7 years later, they manage over 750 units in Vermont. In their spare time, they give back to the people they grew up with.
There are people in our community who are battling childhood cancer. This organization doesn't just financially fund their hospital bills. We actually help them out with the day-to-day expenses.
Local business owners, local community members, just a lot of local people that are congregating to help raise a lot of money for these families.
In small towns everywhere across America, this story gets repeated over and over. Local businesses coming together to support their friends, neighbors, and customers.
Our priorities and the bank's priorities align. We're all trying to make the community a better place.
Tournament Specialties is a proud sponsor of local area high school sports. If your team or business needs assistance in designing the perfect look, give them a call. Whether you're looking for a one-color tee, shirt design, or multicolor designs on your garments, Tournament Specialties can help. They do professional embroidery work also. If you don't have an existing logo, no problem. They will help you create an embroidered logo from concept to completion and can stitch on everything from shirts to jackets to duffel bags and blankets. Jeff and his crew take pride in their quality work and guarantee your happiness. Tournament Specialties also offers online storefronts. If your company or team is looking for a great fundraising opportunity, Tournament Specialties can help with no upfront risk to the organization and no minimum order requirements. Give them a call today to inquire. Jeff Apfel of Tournament Specialties on 64 Cherrywood Drive, Barre, Vermont. Reach them at tournamentdesigns@gmail.com, 802-272-7572.
This game is also made possible by Vermont Fellowship of Christian Athletes, established in 1954, a community working to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. You can find more information at fcavermont.org, and you can contact them by email at glennolson@fca.org.
This game video is made possible by All Set Driving School. All Set Driving School offers 3 teen driver's education class sessions, spring, summer, and fall. With DMV certified instructors, contact them by phone 371-9293 or email allsetdrive@aol.com. All Set Driving School, a proud supporter of U-32 basketball and Central Vermont sport.
Northfield Savings Bank is the bank of builders, makers, doers, and explorers, multitaskers, commuters, planners. In other words, we are the bank of you and everything you do. With mobile and online banking, drive-up service, and of course, in our branches. That is banking your way. That is Northfield Savings Bank.
Made possible by locally owned Packard Fuels. Located in East Montpelier, Vermont, Packard Fuels is a proud supporter of local athletics and community events. Packard Fuels provides home heating oil and service throughout Central Vermont. Owned by Ellery Packard III, Packard Fuels, 802-262-3835. Packard Fuels, keeping you warm.
All right, welcome back to senior night here at the Central Vermont Memorial Civic Center for U-32 hockey. I just wanted to take a few minutes again to honor our seniors. There's beautiful write-ups in our program that we have here, and I don't think you could hear them when the player introductions happened earlier. So we've got Tova Williams, number 2. Tova started her hockey career as a sophomore and used her athletic ability to make great strides and show improvement each year. She's a serious competitor, always looking to push herself and improve, not afraid to make mistakes. When she does, she acknowledges them and learns more from them. Her competitive nature shows on the ice and has been a valuable key to her overall success as a player. Tova's dedication and willingness to learn are great attributes and will pay dividends down the road. We wish her well. These are all written up by Coach Larry Smith. Sam Sisley is number 5. She's passionate, strong, and a spirited forward. Her determination to improve as a player is surpassed only by her love of the game. Sam missed most of her senior year with an injury, but she's a determined Raider who will be missed. Number 9, Morgan Rivellini. With 4 very successful seasons, Morgan put in a lot of hard work and devotion to the game and to the team. Captain Morgan has evolved into a strong leader. Her leadership skills are noticed over 4 seasons, and she is a standout offensive player. She's a consistent threat on the ice and will be missed as a Raider. We wish her all the best. Tegan O'Donnell is number 12. Tegan is a feisty player, always giving 110%. No matter the position she's asked to play, she does so with sheer determination. She's a student of the game who anticipates the play and has a knack for being in the right place at the right time. She showed flexibility and portrayed the definition of team when moved to defense this season. She generated positive play and quite a spark while on the ice. Tegan will be missed, and we wish her well. Number 18, Riley Reed. Riley has a quiet personality, yet the ability to also get her teammates pretty wound up for the game. She's worked incredibly hard during her 3-year high school hockey career, and it shows. She's improved in every part of her game, and we as coaches couldn't be prouder. Riley has an infectious smile and positive attitude, qualities every team needs and coaches appreciate. We wish her well in her future endeavors. Tia Lino, number 21. Tia has a quiet personality by nature, but don't be fooled. She also has a fire burning within. Tia has worked incredibly hard over her 3-year high school career to improve every part of her game. She's become more aggressive and confident on the ice and has played with both enthusiasm and eagerness to improve. Tia will be missed, and we wish her well, and we certainly will miss her singing here at the rink. Allie Guthrie, another captain, number 22. Captain Allie has had 4 successful seasons with the U-32 Raiders. She's an immediate impact player and a constant threat while on the ice, whether on offense or defense. Her endurance and vision of the ice is amazing. She's a skilled player who leads by example and has amassed 32 goals and over 20 assists in her high school career. Allie's leadership on and off the ice will be missed, and we wish her all the best. Congratulations to all 7 of our seniors. And I was just looking here. We used to know who was a Montpelier player, and I don't even dare guess now because I'll probably get that wrong. I don't think that any of our seniors this year do go to Montpelier, but we're grateful that they get to play together after all their years, many of them skating together as CVSA players.
Back at the Civic Center as we're just getting started for the beginning of the second period. Quinton Palzel alongside Jesse Hill, Carl Parton producing, and on the camera is Sammy Tucker. U-32 and Rice. It is 3-0 in favor of Rice. We did get confirmation on who scored that first goal for the Green Knights. They gave the goal to Madeline Rugg, so she's got 2 goals now. She scored a goal at the end of the first period and scored a goal at the beginning of the first period, and then sandwiched in between that was a goal from Caroline Banks as she capitalized on a breakaway going one-on-one with Jen Clayton. So the Raiders are a little bit back on their back heels now as we begin the second period, and we'll see what the coaches talked with the U-32 players in the locker room, but there's definitely got to be some adjustments made if the Raiders want to get back into this game.
Absolutely. You got to score 1 goal just to get on the board, and then you can worry about the rest. So hopefully they come out ready to go, ready to rock and roll. It was just a weird vibe. Can't explain it, but I popped downstairs and the parents were all wondering what was up. So hopefully the ladies have had their pep talk, had some Skittles or whatever, and are ready to roll.
Raiders 3rd in Division II and Rice 6th in Division II. Raiders have 2 or 3 game lead over Rice in the standings. So you would have thought that coming into this game, the score would not be the way it is, but it's high school hockey for you. And even considering Rice is down a few players from their full squad, as that one is an icing call with 14:33 to go in the second period.
Yep, they're just probably little and full of heart. We once had a mite team or a squirt team that was 10, and you just figured it out. You know, you just had to skate all the shifts all the time, and eventually you just got in really good shape and you just went out and played big.
And that's what the Green Knights are doing right now. We'll see if the Raiders can keep up. As they're trying to get it out of the zone, can't do it, and as Lagerstadt keeps it in. Over to the corner is Becky Penny. Fielder goes around the boards, and now that's flipped off of the boards and out of the zone over to Alyssa Frazier. Frazier plays it off the boards to herself, and now it's a 1-on-2. She tries to pass it to Caitlin Fielder, who was cutting towards the net, and then saved by Taylor.
Gets her own rebound, still manages to get a shot off. I think she might be playing defense. Well, maybe not. The other night, she switched back and forth. They were trying to defend a lead early on, and her and Allie were back on D, so just keeping an eye out for any big changes like that.
Last time when I talked with Coach Smith, he actually did start Alyssa Frazier defensively, and of course, she does play up a lot too, but her position was defense in that game, and that's how the Raiders have played her over the past couple games. But once the game starts, she's just everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It only matters during the face-off. After that, she's just where she needs to be.
Shot on net is saved in the corner by Taylor. And now here come the Green Knights. Katie Craig skates wide, now tries to cut back in. Over to the back of the net. Finley Strong faked the shot to the net. It didn't actually get there. Now it goes out of the zone. Off the boards, back into the zone, and then picked up by Payne Allen. And now Allen will flip it up ahead. And it's in the stick of Craig.
Gabby Cruikshank doing a good job initially to keep that in play.
Cruikshank gets it taken away, but now here come the Raiders. Shot is going to be turned away by Taylor. Another stick save, as Taylor has been stout so far in net for the Green Knights. Rice, there's a shot that is wide, coming from Madeline Rugg, going for the hat trick.
Yeah, she has been busy today.
And that shot is saved. Banks, who already has a goal.
And that is up and in the netting. Whew, good call for a whistle there. Give a quick break to all of our skaters. I feel like there's some speed on that Rice team, and they're finding themselves 1-on-1 or 2-on-1 right ahead of Gin, and that's going to be dangerous. That's how we've gotten to this point so far. So
turnovers leading to favorable opportunities and advantages for Rice. That's along the sideboards. Now it's Fielder. Fielder with a nice cut, but a really nice defensive play by Becky Penny.
Absolutely.
Fielder back with it. And another defensive job by Penny. Puck is shot on net. Saved away by Taylor. Shot coming from Grace Lagerstadt.
Taylor with lots of saves. Is anyone keeping shot counts down on the bench tonight?
It's got to be, I'd say, 15 at this point. A lot of saves that she's had.
Definitely.
Raiders have had opportunities. Back of the net. And that shot is wide, coming from Alexandria Piquel. Fielder in the corner. Takes it in the back of the net, trying to center it. Doesn't have anyone to pass it to, and now she'll just circle around. Passes it off to Frazier. Frazier, that one is wide.
Looking for the net. Grace getting a pass off from her feet down there, from her knees, I should say.
She was down and she actually deflected that, or she got her body on the puck to keep it into the zone. Still is in, and now it's out. Frazier working against one of the defensive players for Rice. That was Ellie McDonald, who's wearing the number 6 tonight.
Oh, great chance by Morgan. No one was out front to take that pass from her.
Yeah, instead that was Becky Penny, number 21 for Rice, right there to gobble up that pass and intercept it. It was a nice centering pass. But right now the Raider offense is non-existent.
They're ready. Allie's ready. Pass me the puck. Oh, so close.
Right off the bench. And now we have a Rice player who actually fell down. Thought she got tripped, and that shot is onto the net. Saved by Taylor. Guthrie fighting for it. And now there's a tussle around the net.
They're not, Allie's like, hands up. I'm not getting involved in any extracurricular. That was great. They were trying to get something going there. Allie keeping her cool.
Senior captain for the Raiders, setting an example. Skating off is Madeline Rugg, and that shot off the face-off is right to Taylor, and she saves it going down to her knees. Raiders are getting shots. I would even go out on a limb and say that the Raiders have had more shots on goal than Rice has.
Especially this period.
And it's still 3-0 in favor of the Green Knights. Sometimes it's not the quantity of the opportunities you have, but it's the quality. And Rice certainly has had the higher quality opportunities to this point. Wow, skating fast is Katie Craig, and now her shot on net is saved by Clayton. So a couple nice saves by 2 of the goalies in action tonight. 9:18 to go in the second period. 3-0 Rice with the lead. Thank you for listening back at home on YouTube on cvtsport.net. And joining us for this Wednesday evening on Senior Day for the Raiders, who find themselves down by 3 goals, but still plenty of time for each team.
Trying to make some opportunities for themselves at this point. They've got some really strong skaters with tricky moves and great legs. And speaking of,
and here's one of them. That is Caitlin Fielder. Kicks the puck to herself, now skating around the blue line, doing circles around the Green Knights, trying to find someone to pass it to, as she finds Frazier. Frazier with some nice stick handling, and she gets it saved by Taylor.
So close. These are those drills that they practice all the time. Weave in, weave out, turn around, whatever. That's going to be a penalty against Rice. They're going to give them an opportunity. Oh, that might be another penalty against Rice. It's possible we're going to have a 5-on-3 opportunity here with maybe a few tripping calls.
There was one tripping call in the middle. That was on Emily Fuller, who got tripped down, and I think that's a good call by you, Jesse, as 2 Rice skaters. No, and it's actually 1.
False alarm. Yeah, it looked like it. It definitely was. A whole separate tripping incident happened. The other ref's arm went up on the opposite side of the ice, so I'm quite surprised they're only making 1 call here. But 1 is better than none. They haven't called much this evening. So.
No, this is the first penalty that either team has served. So see what the Raiders can do in trying to get back one of those goals. 5-on-4. Fielder to Lagerstedt. Lagerstedt trying to get it back to Fielder, but she's prevented.
She's got some tricky moves there, too.
Ends up in the stick. Finley Strong then gets it taken away. Frazier with some moves on net. Saved by Taylor.
Taylor is a brick wall tonight. They're going to have to get really crafty with their shots. Go high side, 5-hole, something. Because straight at her is not going to get through.
They just can't get anything past her right now. Guthrie. Back to Lagerstedt, trying to pass it to Guthrie, which she does, to Frazier. Frazier with a spin move. Gets it taken away by Craig. Craig and Frazier fighting hard for it. Fielder can't quite handle it. Back to Fielder. And
well done. So close.
That one was shot onto the net, saved by Taylor once again. Puck is flipped up into the bench. Always scary when that puck goes back into the bench of either team.
Yeah, that one was nice and slow. I feel like the quick reflexes of one of our favorite guys hockey teams, Steve Stouffer. He was just bobbing and weaving, all the matrix moves happening, but that one was nice and slow.
Yeah. Definitely had a little less velocity on that one than some of them that have gotten flung into the benches in the past, as we've had over a minute milked off here in the power play. Raiders with some chances, but Taylor once again with some terrific saves, keeping the Raiders off of the scoreboard. Fielder to the center, and that was Guthrie who got her stick on it, but couldn't quite get a full shot off.
I thought maybe Alexandria was going to sneak in the back door and pick it up where Allie left off, but Rice was able to clear.
Really nice pass from Fielder too, getting down there into that short corner area. Now she's down there again. See what she's got up her sleeve with 10 seconds to go on the power play. Cross ice pass to Frazier, goes out of the zone. Both players have to touch up, and that'll be just barely.
Just one time. They call Allie every time. I'd given her an A for heroic effort to launch herself out of the zone at that point.
Yeah, that's the second time in 2 games I've seen her do that. Dive across the blue line. The first time it was successful, this time not quite.
Nope.
So 2 seconds to go in the power play. As it looks like the Green Knights will successfully kill it off as they win the face-off, and that one is down to the far end, and that'll be icing because the penalty expired. So the Raiders will have a face-off down over here with 6:18 to go in the second period. 3-0. The Green Knights with the lead. Last time out for the Green Knights, they actually played on a Saturday, or on a Sunday, excuse me.
Oh, wow.
And they beat Stowe 10-4.
Wow, so Stowe had a busy weekend because they were here Saturday night.
Yeah, so a lot of makeup games and those they're just trying to squeeze in every last game that you can in this COVID year with a lot of cancellations.
A great shot. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think we knew about our Monday makeup game until Saturday night. So somebody knew, but well, I'm not a hockey parent any longer, but my husband's the coach. I thought we'd know. Anyway, so busy weekend for Stowe, and certainly for Rice to be back at it again today.
And Rice has been playing exceptionally well in the second half of the season. If I look correctly, I think they began the season 0-8 or 0-7, and they've won 7 of the last 8 games.
That momentum really builds, and you can see it out here tonight.
As that one is onto the net, saved by Clayton. Puck still down to the far end of the ice. And now it's Frazier, one-on-one with Finley Strong. Frazier to the net, saved by Taylor.
That was actually Alexandria Patel, looking very similar. The only tell for me was the gloves.
Oh, I could only see the 6. I could not see the 1.
She definitely had some great speed. I thought she was going to slip one by the goalie, but not this time.
Really nice move, too, from Patel.
It's 5-on-1. Oh, golly. Alyssa was working on a breakaway. Somebody must have popped out of the changing on the fly there.
Yep.
Just over the blue line.
Credit to the referee, too, for keeping an eye on that. And Larry Smith wants a clarification on that.
Let me just ask a question. And Larry's standing on the bench just about on the blue line, so he probably had a great vantage point.
McDonald with it into the corner. Picked up by Frazier. And that one is off the skate of the Raider, back into Ribellini.
Yeah, and she lost that, but did a good job to get herself back in control.
Now Frazier's taken down. It's going to be a penalty called on Rice.
Definitely a trip. I saw some green hands go up, and some of those calls are easier to make.
So it'll be another power play opportunity for the Raiders. The Green Knights were successfully able to kill it off the first time. We'll see if they can do it a second time, as Finley Strong is going to the penalty box. 5-on-4 power play for the Raiders. Fielder wins the face-off, gets it to Ribellini. Cross ice pass. Frazier on net, deflected. Off of the skate of Becky Penny, it goes to the boards.
Just out. Grace did a great job to control that, but it just popped over. She wisely brought it all the way out.
Frazier looking to pass it to Ribellini, but it gets deflected and back to the Raiders for possession. Under 4 to go in the second period. Fielder gets it taken away. A nice defensive move by Grace Nagolian. Raiders get it back. That's
Another
on net.
great shot.
Saved by Taylor.
They're firing them in there now. I'm glad I'm not keeping track of the shots on goal.
I'd say it's easily over 20 saves at this point.
Oh.
And that one is off of the skate of Caroline Banks. Taylor lost the puck. Frazier keeps it in. Slap shot. Goes right by the net. And it's played out by Emma Scharschmidt.
I knew I should have put my Fitbit on Alyssa tonight. She's got so many miles in already. Now she's playing defense.
Yeah, she's really been everywhere on the ice for the Raiders. Getting some shots on net, setting up her teammates as well. But the puck hasn't gone in just quite yet, as we have still 40 seconds to go in the power play.
Oh,
Fielder,
wow.
her shot goes off of the back of the net. Now it's flung back into the center. Raiders can't do anything with it as Lagerstedt mishandled it. And now it's Banks.
We had just a little bit of net there, and it was really hard to see. It looked like it was in. It was definitely not in. It was on the outside.
And now it's Becky Penny skating to the center and now wide. Raiders get possession back with 5 seconds to go on the power play. Ribellini skating up the center. Now to Guthrie. Power play is over.
This line is gassed. I think they played the whole 2 minutes of the power play.
Now it's Banks. Puts a move on Cruikshank all the way to the net. Her shot saved by Clayton. One-on-one opportunity, and Clayton
Great save.
turns it away with her right blocker.
Gabby with some slick moves there.
There are a few players on both of these teams that are just showing off the stick handling moves. Going one-on-one. Latest was Cruikshank there. Her shot couldn't go. And now back the other way goes Rugg. And now it's Katie Craig. Craig into the zone with about 1:30 to go and counting in the second period.
Oh, it's
After
getting a little dicey down in the far end. No whistles are blowing, but a couple of the players for each team are exchanging elbows.
definitely getting physical down there as Rice keeps it in. Cross ice pass, and 2 more players go down to the ice. Payne Allen and Caroline Banks. Allen actually lost her stick as she gets it back with 1 minute to go in the second period after 3 goals were scored in the first period. No goals have been scored here in the second as we have a whistle.
Yeah, it's definitely been a better looking period. U-32 has had a lot of great opportunities, just really solid goaltending from Rice's Lindsay Taylor.
Yeah, she has been superb, the junior for Rice. One of the main reasons why Rice is in the lead in this game, because of the splendid goaltending from Taylor. 40 seconds to go. Goes right by Fielder as she races to go get it in the corner. Skaters stay on for the Raiders. The first line is out there. They're trying to get 1 goal to feel good about themselves heading into the break, but Rice is just doing a great job keeping it in their own zone and not letting the Raiders do anything with the puck once they get it.
With a 3-goal lead, too, you can sit back and play a little bit of defense, too. If you're playing strong defense and with great goaltending, that's a solid game plan.
And Rice will watch the zeros go up there on the clock. In the second period, 3-0 still.
That went by fast.
Rice with the lead. Yeah, not a lot of stoppages. There were 2 penalties, though, that Rice was successfully able to kill off. And the Raiders now 0-2 on the power play. We will take a quick break here, but when we come back, we will have the beginning of the third quarter, or the third period for you, excuse me, and then the conclusion of the game on senior day for the Raiders as they try to mount a comeback beginning in the third period. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to CVTsport.net. Yeah, they've won like 7 of the last 8. They lost like 2 games ago. But yeah, they're on fire.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got an amazing goaltender and one sure shooter.
That's all it takes. Really? All you need is the goal.
Yeah, it's huge.
I don't know. I'm the backup, but it's looking the master. Okay, so okay, listen. Number 1, go zero on top. That's not disposal. Okay, number 2, during the intermission, you need to get the function button and go down and auto wipe the oxygen. Okay? Okay, auto wipe rounds. How do you know how to do this? I think I know what I'm talking about. Not the ACB, the auto wipe. It's different than the. Yes. Okay, make sure it's on auto wipe because it's very yellow. I think I wrote down something you did want for the rest. To research. Okay, thanks.
Who, Gavin? Oh, Ben.
Still,
I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all of this. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out.
This game is made possible by the Barry Montpelier Times-Argus, www.timesargus.com, with award-winning sports and news journalists located on 47 North Main Street, Suite 200 in Barry, Vermont. You can reach them at 479-0191. The Barry Montpelier Times-Argus is real local news that matters to Central Vermonters. Central Vermont's newspaper of record. That's www.timesargus.com.
Mark and I worked at Barrytown Elementary School when we were in college. We're both very family-oriented and community-driven.
Barry has a special place in our heart, obviously being our hometown.
When I met Mark and Ruben, they were college grads. 7 years later, they manage over 750 units in Vermont. In their spare time, they give back to the people they grew up with.
There are people in our community who are battling childhood cancer. This organization doesn't just financially fund their hospital bills. We actually help them out with the day-to-day expenses.
Local business owners, local community members, just a lot of local people that are congregating to help raise a lot of money for these families.
In small towns everywhere across America, this story gets repeated over and over. Local businesses coming together to support their friends, neighbors, and customers.
Our priorities and the bank's priorities align. We're all trying to make the community a better place.
Tournament Specialties is a proud sponsor of local area high school sports. If your team or business needs assistance in designing the perfect look, give them a call. Whether you're looking for a one-color tee, shirt design, or multicolor designs on your garments, Tournament Specialties can help. They do professional embroidery work also. If you don't have an existing logo, no problem. They will help you create an embroidered logo from concept to completion and can stitch on everything from shirts to jackets to duffel bags and blankets. Jeff and his crew take pride in their quality work and guarantee your happiness. Tournament Specialties also offers online storefronts. If your company or team is looking for a great fundraising opportunity, Tournament Specialties can help with no upfront risk to the organization and no minimum order requirements. Give them a call today to inquire. Jeff Apfel of Tournament Specialties on 64 Cherrywood Drive, Barry, Vermont. Reach them at tournamentdesigns@gmail.com, 802-272-7572.
This game is also made possible by Vermont Fellowship of Christian Athletes, established in 1954, a community working to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. You can find more information at fcavermont.org, and you can contact them by email at glennolson@fca.org.
This game video is made possible by All Set Driving School. All Set Driving School offers 3 teen driver's education class sessions, spring, summer, and fall. With DMV certified instructors, contact them by phone 371-9293 or email allsetdrive@aol.com. All Set Driving School, a proud supporter of U-32 basketball and Central Vermont sport. Made possible by locally owned Packard Fuels, located in East Montpelier, Vermont. Packard Fuels is a proud supporter of local athletics and community events. Packard Fuels provides home heating oil and service throughout Central Vermont. Owned by Ellery Packard III, Packard Fuels, 802-262-3835. Packard Fuels, keeping you warm.
Back to start the third period of action from the Civic Center. Thank you for listening to CVTsport.net. We got a Division II girls hockey game between the U-32 Raiders and the Rice Green Knights. It is senior day for the Raiders, who find themselves down 3-0 as we begin the third period. Quinton Pelzel along with Jesse Hill, Carl Parton, and Sammy Tucker doing the producing and camera work respectively. As Rice came out roaring in the first period. They scored 3 goals. We went an entire second period without any goals scored, but plenty of opportunities for both teams, especially the U-32 Raiders, as they go for one here off of the skate of Frazier, but it's turned away by Taylor. And we've said that a lot this evening, turned away by Taylor.
Yeah, that's the mantra.
Yeah, not allowed a goal. She's been playing splendidly. As that one is shot, saved by Taylor again. Shot coming from Ribellini.
That's like 4 shots just in the first minute. Yeah, I bet they're coming out just guns blazing, ready to roll on this.
We're not keeping track of how many saves she has had, but I would say it's definitely over 30 at this point, as Guthrie gets it taken away by Finley Strong. Now skating behind the net is Fielder. Fielder trying to get it to the center. She does, finds Guthrie, and Guthrie gets it taken away. Now it's thrown out of the zone, and U-32 is going to have to reset.
Yep, looking like they're trying to make something happen. Definitely keeping the puck down in that zone. We did get just a brief peek of Sam Sicily on the ice, so I wanted to give a shout out to her, senior for U-32, number 5. I know Coach Larry's working really hard to get as many seniors out there tonight as he can in their senior game. We were just talking about the playoffs, and it'll be interesting to see how that all shakes out the ice here at the Civic Center will come out this Sunday regardless. So depending on the pairings and who plays what when, this could conceivably be the last home game for these U-32 Raiders for this season. If they get a game Saturday night, then we should be fine. So we'll have to wait and see.
And that's got to be tough for the players, too, not being able to play the playoffs on their home ice.
Yeah, it's been a battle every year. I know the ice comes out and soccer comes in. And as long as I can remember, 10 or 12 years, this is the thing.
I just don't know why they can't just wait like a week.
Yeah,
right?
that's
you would
the
think
most
they'd be able
common.
to.
Yeah, I think that a big portion of the funding for this building comes from soccer. And P.S. shout out to Dr. Butch, because we forgot Saturday night to give a shout out to Dr. Butch. So if you're listening, hello. We got all pink up in there and then forgot to have you come out and say hi. So Dr. Butch, a big funder of this building and Central Vermont hockey for a long, long time.
Guthrie has it. As Rice now, they're threatening with the puck in U-32's end, taken away by Rippolini. 2 minutes and 30 seconds have passed here in the third period as the Raiders just trying to start with one goal.
Yeah, just can't seem to clear the puck. Not much happening on their end as far as clear and consistent plans to get this thing out of here.
And this is a Raider team, too, that has really not had any difficulty scoring as that one goes to the center.
For sure. Yeah, we've had some high-scoring games. Really excellent goaling by other teams, too, but we've got some power forwards. So I'm sure that they are so frustrated right now.
Between Frazier, Fielder, Guthrie, Ribbolini, I mean, the Raiders do not lack any goal scorers, but for some reason tonight, the recipe that Taylor has cooked up has really been what the Raiders cannot get past right now. Frazier takes it away.
Great passing.
Now it's Fielder into Rice's zone, skating behind the net.
It's going to be a rebound. I don't think it's going to be a straight shot. It's going to have to be a rebound that she doesn't see or can't control.
Centering pass goes through the center of the ice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Rice players on the ice for some seconds there, but they cleared out.
And that one goes down over here. An icing call, I believe, we'll have. So it'll be a faced off down on the far end with 11 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Jin Clayton in net for the Raiders. Give up 3 goals in the first period. A lot of those goals, too, were definitely on some tough chances by Rice, as well as a breakaway by Caroline Banks. So really nothing that Clayton could have done.
Yeah, especially that. Yeah, that first one was a really unlucky bounce.
Yeah.
Sometimes you wonder too if that, you know, it can set the tone. Wasn't anyone's doing there, but then things happen really quickly after that for those 3 goals. Rice had great shots, taking nothing from their shooting abilities.
Last game of the regular season before the playoffs start up either this weekend or early next week. We'll see what the situation is when the VPA releases the pairings tomorrow by noon, I believe. That is when the announcement's going to be.
Yep, that sounds about right.
And that one is going to be an icing call as well. So I believe all of these players and the coaches, they'll be close by their phones. I don't know if the VPA, do they do a live stream of it or do they just release it?
It's not quite as exciting as basketball
Gotcha.
for VPA. I think hockey comes in second, but it is available online, and it's pretty clear typically, at least if you know what rank you're in, you know, 3 plays, whatever. So there are 10 teams in this division. So curious if the top 2 will get buys and how that shakes out with play downs versus going straight to quarterfinals.
Yeah, I'm also interested to see what the VPA comes up with in terms of a format for the playoffs. But we will see tomorrow after the games tonight across Vermont are concluded.
I feel like one year, I can't remember if it was last year, but only team 9 and 10 had a play down game, and then the rest went straight to quarterfinals. So that could be an easy, that could happen.
A lot of teams having a bye. But we'll see what happens. Rice keeping it into the corner. Katie Craig battling with Frazier. Frazier off the boards, passes it to herself. And now here come the Raiders on a 3-on-2. Cross ice pass to Fielder. Fielder gets around Strong. Still in the corner.
Looking for someone just to park it literally out front of the net for just that reason.
And there's your rebound, but the Raiders can't get on it as it is turned away by Rice. And now it's back to the center. Here's an opportunity.
Ooh,
and that one goes wide of the net. That was Alexandria Piquel.
Those are almost better, right? Because it wasn't quite where she aimed it, but then that's not where the goalie expected to retrieve it either.
But luckily for Taylor, it was off course. And 6 minutes have ticked off here in the third period as we have another icing call. As Lindsay Taylor, the goalie for Rice, has been just terrific tonight. Stopping every shot from the top goal scorers of the U-32 Raiders.
Yeah, and she's just a junior, as you mentioned, so solid in net for Rice for next year as well.
That's one position that Rice is not going to have to worry about heading into next year, as they have 5 seniors graduating, and that shot is going to be saved by Taylor. Wouldn't you know it? That shot coming from one of the Raider players. Can't quite see her number yet.
Was that Crookshank from the blue line?
I believe that was Ribellini.
Oh, okay.
And there's Guthrie's shot off the face-off, saved by Taylor. Another rebound opportunity for the Raiders, but it goes to the corner.
Oh gosh, that was our 2 players running into each other. Everyone's okay.
Guthrie hit the ice, but she's back up. Down over to the corner. Craig skating to the middle, and it's nice poke check by Clayton. As Craig was skating right towards the center of the net. A couple players fall down for the Raiders and Rice.
Oh boy. That got an unlucky bounce right out front.
And comes Rice into the corner. It's Craig. And that was Ribellini, and now it's Lagerstad with it, skating and weaving through a couple of defenders. Now passes it to Guthrie, who passes it out. That shot is wide.
That's probably Ruby's 6th shot tonight. I'm telling you, she's going to be right out front, getting that rebound. Birthday goal, and I called it. Raider goal. Very nicely done. Goalie was out of position a little bit, but it was that rebound. That is going to be Ruby's first high school goal, if I am imagining this correctly.
And if we can go back and look at the tapes, you literally said that about 3 or 4 minutes ago. It's going to be a rebound.
Yep.
And you were hoping for Ruby to score a goal, and she did just that a few seconds after. So great call on your part.
Very exciting. Well, she was just in the right place. Other people are doing the fancy skating, and she just parked it as she was working in front of the net, just throwing everything at it. Doesn't have to be pretty, just has to go in. That was super exciting for her. Coach Larry will hand that over to her at practice tomorrow. He likes to do a little something special.
So Ruby Eaton, the freshman, in the right place at the right time, scoring a goal to cut the lead to 3-1. Still over 7 minutes to go in the third period. Rice a little bit more on their toes now. After that first one went in. Still a 2-goal lead.
U-32 looks to be pretty fired up too. Sometimes it just gets the juices flowing.
And with some of the skaters that the Raiders do have out there on the ice, 2 goals doesn't really seem, on a normal night, 2 goals does not seem like a lot, as that one is flung to the center of the net, saved by Taylor. That one came from Frazier. Frazier again with it.
Certainly no pressure, but I've seen Alyssa Frazier score 3 goals in a minute. Just sometimes gets her head down, drives the net. Lots of great chances, and she's going to be there making the play to set up her teammates as well.
Pass is over to Fielder. She couldn't handle the pass as it skipped over her stick. Now it's Lagerstadt.
Oh, just going wide of the net. Okay, I would also like Grace to have a goal, so maybe I'll just put that out into the interwebs.
If you speak it into existence, it may come true, just like it did for Ruby Eaton.
Oh, and like that 10-minute situation we had the other night with the boys in the big fight, we were just talking about what would constitute a 10-minute major. I did not anticipate that playing out. I'm not going to talk about that. Super unlikely in a girls' hockey game. Not that likely in a boys' hockey game, more likely in a Bruins game. So.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that was crazy.
It sure was.
Now it's Rice trying to get that goal back. It's Nolan skating around the net, trying to center it. Still skating with it. And nice job by the Raiders. That was Ruby Eaton who scored the goal.
She's having a great game tonight. Not one of U-32's typical starters, but she's had a lot of ice time and is certainly making a lot happen.
And now it's Ribellini. Puts a move on Strong. Working on Grace Nagolian into the corner. Puck is out. Now around the net. That is Nagolian.
Nice job by Crookshank there, just checking that puck away. Back checking, I believe.
Just over 5 minutes to go in the third period. U-32 getting on the board. Goal from Ruby Eaton. Off of the rebound. We believe her first varsity goal. She's trying to get the Raiders back into this game, but Rice holding strong as of right now. Here's Lagerstadt looking to take advantage of a turnover in center ice.
Oh, that is definitely a penalty.
And she gets hit up against the boards by Becky Penny.
So a 2-minute power play for U-32 could change the landscape of this game a bit. Hopefully Grace is all right. She's definitely up on her feet, moving around. She's a tough cookie.
So third power play that the Raiders have been able, or third power plays that the Raiders have been on tonight. First two did not really go their way as they were not able to score a goal, but we'll see if a third time's a charm for the Raiders as Rice just trying to milk off these last 4 minutes and 44 seconds to get a huge win on the road against the Raiders.
Last regular season game for both teams here tonight.
Frazier trying to get it up to Fielder. It goes right past her stick, and that'll be an icing call with 1:42 while the face-off all the way down here, as there were 18 seconds that ticked off the power play. Emma Scharschmidt will face it off with Caitlin Fielder. And Fielder wins the face-off. Gets over to Frazier. Frazier gets down low to try to weave the puck around. And that shot is saved by Taylor as Frazier tried to go top shelf.
She definitely, once she's out ahead of the mix there, she got some speed on them, put some weaving moves on in between, and oh golly, that was a great save right at the end.
That was a really nice centering pass too from Lagerstadt, I believe, to Guthrie. Guthrie tried to redirect it, but Taylor was right there, cutting down the angle.
Some great looks for U-32 if they're going to make something happen in this game as time winds down. Now is for sure the time.
4:02 on the clock. Here's Frazier.
Oh.
And that one is off of the post.
You can hear the fans going crazy right now.
That was a zinger from Frazier, the blue line. And now we have a stoppage of play. 1:03 on the power play. 3 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the third period. Fielder wins the face-off. They get it over to Guthrie. Guthrie loses it in center ice, but it's regained by the Raiders over down on this end of the ice. It's Frazier. Frazier almost got it taken away by Caroline Banks, who does have a goal scored in this game. Fielder skating up the left side into the zone. The shot is saved by Taylor. Rebound opportunity, but it's turned away by one of the defensemen for Rice. There's Lagerstad. Her shot is on net. Rebound in front.
Gosh, so many sticks everywhere.
And the puck finally is taken out. Played to the corner. Banks' shot is going to be saved by Clayton. We got 15 seconds to go in the power play. The Raiders trying to get one goal. Frazier goes down, picked up by Banks, and we will have another penalty. So for 8 seconds, it'll be 5-on-3.
Wowzers.
As Katie Craig will head to the penalty box.
So the U-32 girls played on Monday night against a really tough Hartford team, and I think they played almost the entire second period 5-on-3. Maybe
Wow.
5-on-4, and they were the Hartford was scoreless in that period. Was that the one? No, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Hartford scored 4 goals in that period. But anyway, I know U-32's been on the other end of this. They are giving themselves the best chance. You don't want anybody to really get hurt, of course. No one getting hurt. But when a penalty comes and everybody's good, these are the chances on a close game like this to make a difference.
So there will be a face-off on the far end. And if the Raiders do win that face-off, they'll have an opportunity 5-on-3 until Rice gets their skater back. But this is a crucial time in the game, and Coach Larry Smith acknowledges that, which is why he has called the timeout, and he'll talk it over with his team. Down by 2 goals.
It's very exciting. In the game the other night against Hartford, they'd previously lost 5-0 or 5-1. And they were able to, in this game, this weekend, were able to score a goal. And they were on a 5-on-3 power play, and they scored with 1 second in the first penalty. So they got to keep playing 5-on-4 for 2 more minutes.
Right.
I can't remember if they scored that second goal, but power plays and penalty kills are huge, of course, in hockey.
The Raiders haven't been able to score on a power play tonight, but it could change over these next 2 minutes and 51 seconds.
Certainly with less bodies on the ice, a slap shot's got a better chance of going in.
So the first power play is over as Becky Penny is back on. So it'll be 5-on-4. Frazier working on Caroline Banks. Now into the zone to Fielder. Fielder's shot is saved by Taylor. Trying to go through the 5-hole of Taylor, but she got down to save it. Now it's Guthrie. Her shot is saved.
And the goalie looked like she was just down. Maybe I just saw that. Oh gosh.
And there's a goal for Guthrie on the wraparound attempt. So it's a power play goal, and it's now 3-2.
I saw the light go off. Did we get the ref making the call? Yeah, definitely. That is leaving some fired up Raiders. What a great opportunity for them. This feels like a playoff game. Dun dun dun.
Definitely has that intensity with the fans getting into it, the players on both sides getting into it as well. The Raiders entered the period down by 3 goals, and now it is 3-2 with 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go.
Whew. Everybody take a deep breath.
Raiders finally able to cash in on a power play. Raiders win the face-off. That was Fielder to Guthrie. Guthrie up ahead to Ribellini, and her shot is wide of the net. Over into the other end of the corner. That's Fielder. She gets to it. It's 5-on-5 now. As that puck is all the way around the boards. We're under 2 minutes to go in the third period. That is deflected up ahead. And now the Raiders have to change it up.
At least clear it on out. Those are so hard sometimes. You have the delay on the slap shot, but then if your defender's coming up out, then those unlucky bounces take it out of the zone, and then someone else is on a breakaway. Glad that Alyssa Frazier was back there on defense. Not much is getting by her there.
Now it's Frazier. Frazier, a move, a weave into the center, and it's going to be turned away.
Oh gosh.
Up against the boards, still in the zone for the Raiders, as Rice trying to get it out.
And they've... I wondered if there was a delayed call because they'd pulled Jen, but obviously they've pulled the goalie for U-32 on a chance to put 6 players on the ice. So
So Raiders in full desperation mode now, as it was an offsides call. Clayton will stay off of the ice.
I think it's go big or go home time.
So Raiders certainly content with Clayton staying off. 6-on-5 with over a minute to go. Rice will just be looking to clear it.
Oh, and it stays in after bounces off Rivellini.
Back to Lagerstadt. A lot of skaters out there now. Not a lot of space as we're under a minute to go, and it's going to be down over here. Might be an icing call, and it will be, with 49.7 on the clock in the third period. The Raiders have scored 2 goals in this period.
In the last couple minutes, too, yeah? Or still spread out pretty well in this period. Yeah, very exciting. At the very least, they've rallied up and gotten fired up, and this is the way the game ends, then that's great. And if they can pull out a win here, I know they will be super excited about that going into the playoffs.
Took them a little while to get going. Rice scored the first 3 goals of the game, but now they're backpedaling a little bit, just looking for 0-0 on the clock as they will call a timeout. Tom
Ominous
Rugg.
bell ringing in the background. Whoever's in charge of music tonight is really on point.
I do like how sometimes they do have the music, sometimes they don't. Music definitely adds another element of the atmosphere. I know they do a really good job at the BOR with the music, wherever the DJ is there.
Yep. For sure.
But the music has definitely been on point tonight.
Gets them fired up. How exciting. What a great game. I love the games that are close and just great competition, good energy. Even the refs out there. Barrett, a longtime ref in this local community and all over the state of Vermont, maybe even the head ref. He's out there clapping. Let's go. Great game, ladies. Let's do this.
So under 50 seconds in the third period, Raiders down by 1. Both teams have convened over on their respective benches. The face-off is won by Rice. It's a 6-on-5 as the Raiders have pulled their goalie, looking to get a single player advantage as Frazier's just trying to get around the defense by Rice. Now she finds Lagerstadt, takes it into the zone. Fielder back to Lagerstadt on the side boards to Fielder. Now to Guthrie behind the net. And now the puck is taken out of the zone. It's going to go all the way down to the near side. And icing is called with 16.9 on the clock. The door is shutting on the Raiders' chances. But it was a valiant effort in this third period, and Rice, if they're able to hold on for the win, what a huge win it would be for them.
Definitely. I feel for the goalies when the puck is just hanging out behind the net, right? You can't see, you're doing your best. That's the way to sneak in a last-second goal here.
Face-off won by the Raiders. Guthrie with a centering pass, and Taylor is able to cover it up. I think Guthrie was actually a shot on net. And a rebound opportunity for a split second. 12.3 on the clock. Face-off is going to be won by the Raiders. Guthrie with 8 seconds. Now back over down here. And with 4 seconds on the clock, Frazier does win the race to the puck, which means that it's another face-off, and we got 2 seconds to go in the game.
Wow. This is when you hope the ice will be faster, right? If it's going to take 8 seconds for icing. But yeah, great opportunity. What a great game for these guys. I got to give a huge shout out to the goalie from Rice, Lindsay Taylor, for an incredible game tonight, as well as all these folks for making things happen, both sides.
And that shot goes wide, and Rice comes out with the victory on the road against the third place. I was going to say third seeded. It does feel like a playoff game, but it's third place U-32 Raiders, and they get the win 3-2. Raiders made it a pretty close game in the third period, down by 3 goals, but just in the end, it just wasn't enough as the 3 goals in the first period outlasted the Raiders.
Yeah, definitely a great strong start for Rice and just too much for U-32 to overcome. But a great night still, nonetheless. Celebrating these seniors, parents on the ice. It's a whole different game than last year. We were doing it out in the parking lot. So nice to see as many things return to normal as possible. And I know these 7 U-32 Raiders are grateful for that. And what a great game we've watched tonight.
Was a great game. for the seniors wasn't how they wanted to end, but we'll see what the playoffs bring. Both of these teams playing their last regular season game tonight, and we will await confirmation on the pairings for tomorrow at around noon.
Yes, and U-32 Athletics, Hank, our very wonderful athletic director, I'm sure will be posting all of those places and times for people to be, so we'll watch for that.
So just stay tuned to the U-32 website or the VPA website, whichever one you prefer. That'll do it for us here at the Civic Center. I want to give a huge thank you to Jesse again for joining me for our third game.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. Really enjoy it, keeping me company. And I want to also thank Carl Parton and Sammy Tucker for the producing and camera work. Splendid job. And for Carl, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to come here and broadcast. And that'll do it for us. Once again, the final score 3-2. Rice with the victory. And we'll see you sometime soon for the next game here in Central Vermont. So thank you for listening to this CVT Sport broadcast.
This has been a local sports video production brought to you by CVTsport.net, your local sports video leader. We'd like to thank our longtime partners, CVTV723.org, channel 192 and 194, Central Vermont Community Access Television, and Orca Media, Onion River Community Access Television in the greater Montpelier area is media for the people.
My daddy made this. Daddy!